Well, hey everybody, we're back on this week. We were on last week, right, Donna? Last Monday.
Yes, we were.
We're going to chat about our retreat in Belize, and I'm excited about this, especially since this is going to be in November. And somebody's picking on me the other day, Donna, because I mentioned, when it starts getting cold in Florida, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you poor baby, was it going to be 50?"
It'll be a little warmer than that, but here in Montana will definitely be cold. So I'm looking forward to the warmer weather.
Absolutely. Would you say it's gets like consistently 75, 80 in Belize all year?
Yes. Yeah, 80 to 85 is the consistent temperature year round. And then based on humidity, it will fluctuate a little bit. I will tell you, we will not be there during their summer season. I got to experience that last April when I was there. And summer season is 90 to 95 with almost 100% humidity. So it's incredibly hot. So we're actually going during the winter season and November, which will be that beautiful, consistent temperature we're looking for, but it's past the rainy season. So it's kind of like the sweet spot.
Mm, that's really cool. I mean, when I've been in Belize, I just thought it was absolutely incredible, and I love the people. They were just
Yes.
very kind, very patient. Actually, it was funny. My tour guide, when I went to the ruins, he was very patient with all of our questions, and much
Hmm.
different than when I was in Mexico. Not saying that the Mexican tour guides weren't great, but they were a little more rushed than the ones in Belize. The ones in Belize were took their time, and I don't know. It was just a different experience.
Right. One of the things that I absolutely loved about Belize is that, yes, you could go to the grocery store, which was a very different experience for me. But what they have are fruit and vegetable stands set up everywhere and markets for all the locals. And you just go there and shop and get everything that you need from that. And it's all organic, fresh, grown, and the most amazing things I have tasted because you're picking them up if they were picked probably a day or two before, maybe at the very most. So maybe when we're out on our adventures, when we cross some of those little stands, we can stop off and grab a few healthy fruits and vegetables to snack on our drives to some of the fun places we get to go to.
That'd be a lot of fun. And you know what I noticed too is that there was no, at least I didn't see them. They could have been there. I didn't see any McDonald's or Burger King or Pizza Hut or any of those types of. Not to say that those things are necessarily bad, but I just saw a lot of local places um,
Mm-hmm.
where it was
Yes.
local businesses, families. They were even their corner stores were not like ours. Like even we have the converted 7-Elevens that are family
Yep.
owned now, but it wasn't even like that. It was different. They had their own family. It was just, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, it was just a very different culture.
The
Um,
entire time that I was there, I didn't see anything like that either.
yeah.
Not at all.
But
Um, Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like that because it really separates us, especially from what we're gonna
Mhm.
do an immersion experience. It really gets people out of their what we're used to for comfort, I guess is the way
Mhm.
to say it. And not to say that there's not going to be comforts, because it's absolutely beautiful, and we're going to really enjoy ourselves. So, but I
Yes.
think it just kind of switches your mind into a different place. So I think that's good.
And if it's all right, I want to share a couple of little facts about Belize for people,
Yeah.
just so you know. First, it's under Britain's rule. It's under Great Britain. So it's an English speaking country. So I'm going to share that. So there's not going to be any problems with language translation or anything because the predominant language is English wherever you go, and everyone knows English. And then the second thing that I learned here is they have a currency, but there's not an exchange rate for the currency. So all you have to do is most places, wherever we go, it's cash. I'm just going to say that. A lot of places don't do the credit cards, debit cards, but it's cash. And you don't need very much cash because the actual rate to keep it stable, because there's not an exchange rate, is 2 for 1. So $1 American is 2 Belizean dollars. So anything that's priced, it's priced in Belizean dollars. You cut the number in half and you pay that in USD. And then when they
Mm.
give you back your change, some of it, sometimes, depending on where you are, does come back in Belizean change, dollars and coins. And other places where you go, they just give you back American dollars. So that will vary a little bit there. But you don't have to worry about currency exchange or anything like that. It's all taken care of because it's under Britain rule, so they accept, of course, the American dollar. And depending on where you go, if they have tour guides and things like that, you can sometimes negotiate some fun rates because you are paying in USD and that's what they want. So pretty easy to navigate and to move around that way.
Very cool. That is really easy. I didn't get the chance to go out and spend money because I, of course, went on a cruise,
Mm-hmm.
and so I didn't have the opportunity to really, because you know how those cruise
Mm-hmm.
excursions are. It's very quick.
Yes, it's all
And,
taken care of and all of that. But I
so
mentioned that because the last day we're going to go to Placentia, which is a little tourist town, a fishing village where we get to do some of our local shopping and experience the locale and the flavor of Belize because it's right there on the coast. It's further down south, but it's still on the Western Caribbean. And I hear it's incredible and it's beautiful, and we'll get in some good relaxing time and beach time with all of that. And so those are some things that you would want to know, things that I would want to know.
yeah, very, very, very cool. And just so you guys know, I don't know if everybody caught it last week. This trip is going to be on November 8th through the 12th, and I'm actually going to put it up on the screen here of this year, so that you can see that. And for more information, it's at heartalchemyretreats.com. But if you're looking for more information and when this is, it's only a couple months away, and so pretty excited about that. And this one of the things that's really cool about this is it's pretty much all inclusive. You have to pay for your own airfare down there, but from the airport to the retreat center, we've arranged transportation. The excursions we have each day to the Mayan ruins, to the dive into the water in the cave. I'll let Donna explain that one here in a second. The trip to what she just mentioned, to where we can have shopping, the time with Donna, the instructions, the retreats, all that's going to be included, including your food, during that time frame. So it's going to be, the cost of this, everything is covered. So that's, I think,
Yes.
very much a benefit.
Yes. And with the different excursions, the first day, the first full day that we're going to be there at the retreat center, which is Savatla land, Satva land. There we go. I had my T's and my V's backwards. Satva land. We're going to be staying on site there. We're going to teach you. We'll have a morning meditation time, an evening time, an opening ceremony. We're also going to do a jungle walk, so you get to know the grounds, plunge into the river, and then later that night we're going to do a cacao ceremony to set the intention of what it is that we're doing for the rest of the week. The first day we're going to go out. We're going to go to the Mayan ruins. So we have the transportation arranged. And while we are there, we are going to not only do the tour to understand the ancients and the ruins and all of that fun history information, but Jeremy, you have something special for us. So it's like an activation. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just full disclosure. My lawn guy just happened to show up at this right perfect time, and he happens to be weed eating right behind where I'm sitting. So,
It's real life.
um,
It's real life.
it's real life happening here right now. So when we go to the Mayan ruins, I do an activation and teach everybody how to take in the energy of that ancient wisdom, that was there however long ago it was there, thousands of years. Because for thousands of years, people have been coming, not only the ancient people that lived there, but also the people that have come there and visited and had awakenings and all that healing experiences happened there. All that energy is still there. And so one of the things that I'll be doing is leading us through an activation to open ourselves up for that and to receive what is of our highest good, and to use that going forward in your life. And it's actually a very powerful experience, and I think that everybody will enjoy it. I did it at the Belize ruins when I was there in 2017, and I've been doing them at different ancient sites across the Mayan culture and here in the United States as well. And it really does give us some profound experiences, and it'll lead us into the rest of our retreat as well.
Nice, nice. I am so excited. And I'm going to share with this. I've been to these ruins, and you can see on the website, if you pull it up, you'll see some of the pictures that I took. And I'm going to start sharing some photos in the comments section so you guys can see some other pictures as well. But one of the fun things about going to these ruins that I did not know until I got there was when you arrive, in order to drive up to the ruins, you have to cross a river. And they have this little bridge, and you pull your car onto the bridge, and then the bridge takes you from one side and it moves across kind of like a ferry over to the other side. They call it a ferry, but it's not really a boat, but it's a bridge that moves to the other side. And then when you come back down, it picks you back up and brings you back to the other side. So it's like a little shuttle that goes back and forth. I have never seen anything like that before. I've always seen the boats you drive onto. And that you can probably get maybe 2 or 3 cars on this. So they do call it a ferry, but that was a little different when you're going across, and it moves so slowly across this little river, but it's beautiful there. It's truly beautiful. And that's a couple of the pictures that I can post and share because I took photos while we were crossing that. So the next day we are going to go to what is called the ATM cave, and it's a Mayan ruin cave where we're going to do some hiking, but there's some under cave waterfalls type of energy also there too. So we will get a little wet on this. So when you register, we'll be giving you a list of things you need to bring on the trip. But during this tour, we're going to learn about some of the ancient artifacts from the Mayans and actually get to see them in its own environment going through the cave hike with the waterfalls, which I'm totally fascinated by. I'm excited for to do that because that's something I've not got to do yet, and it's been on my adventure list.
Sorry, I was just muting myself so everybody didn't have to hear the perfect timing. Now everybody wonders why I do my show at 10 o'clock at night.
It's quiet.
It's quiet. The world is quiet at 10 o'clock and everybody's in bed watching my show, of course.
Yes, we are.
I am personally excited because one of the things I've found is one of the things that we all need is to separate ourselves from our day-to-days. I mean, all of us have this, we work, we have our kids, we have our families, our spouses, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, all the things that we're responsible for. And we all need a time away. And the other thing that's interesting is we've just gone through 18 months of some of the craziest energy. Now,
it's very true.
I'm pretty sure Donna's on the same page as I am, where we've used this as a way to, and a lot of you have used this as a way to really accelerate your ascension. But it's also been very trying as well because opportunities can be trying. And so one of the things I'm really excited about this trip is to give everybody experience, yes, to learn and grow and create community, but also to have some time away from your routine and really just heal and clear these last 18 months. And so that's one of the things I'm super excited about.
Yes, me too. And it's having that downtime, that rest time, that relaxation time, the rejuvenation time while you're doing some group activities, but yet there's some teaching and some healing along the way. So the last day, Placentia, and we're going to be learning a lot more about the locale, the people that are there. They are some of the sweetest, nicest people. And when they cook for you and their local meal, it's like their gift back to you. And the local food is really good. I didn't think I would like it, but how it looks when it's served, but it was hands down the best meal that I had when I was there, when we were out traveling, versus more at the resort type towns where you would have more of an American type meal there. And man, hands down, probably one of my favorite days was the last day and I'm being served fish, but it was the entire fish, everything, bones, head, tail, but it was the sweetest fish I've ever tasted in my entire life. I'll say
Oh
that.
wow.
It was
Oh,
really good, really good. I would eat that again, truly. So being on this and doing the retreat, the time that you also get to spend with Jeremy and I, we have several goals that we have in mind of things that we want to share with you while we're going through this. So I know, Jeremy, we talked about clarity of body, mind, and spirit, and renewing our connection to our inner voice and shifting that consciousness view so you can have that connection to the world and source. So, why is that important for us to share with some of the people that are coming here on our retreat?
oh, sorry. I just went into another world.
He's like, I'm
Ground, Jeremy. Ground, Jeremy.
I'm owning
Body, mind, spirit, and stay grounded in your body.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons why is because everybody, a lot of people talk about law of attraction, attraction creating, and how to attract your world. And clarity of mind is one of the most powerful ways to do that. And that's how you achieve your goals. That's how you find peace. That's how you stay in the now of the moment. And there's clarity of mind is extremely powerful. And one of the reasons why is because if you have clarity, it means there is nothing blocking you from your creation or your abundance or your manifestation. And so what you'll find, and I know a lot of people have experienced this at some level, you'll think something, feel something, set intentions, or start working towards something, and you'll just start seeing it line up like really fast. And you're like, wow, why is this is incredible. This hasn't happened to me ever, or it's never happened like this before. And that's because in your mind, there is no doubt, there is complete clarity, there is no, do I deserve this? There's none of that. It's just a very clear road. It's kind of like driving down one of those interstates that have been just recently repaved. There's no bumps in the road, so to speak, and there's no turbulence, and it's just a smooth ride. And you're like, you want to do like 90 miles an hour because it's fun. And so that's why clarity of mind is so important to me, and what I want to convey that to everybody else, because you can have that, and it'll help your relationships. It'll help your careers. It'll help your health and many other things in your life. And so that's one of the reasons why I was really, that was a big thing for me.
I also think, too, that one of the ways that we connect to the source energy to stay connected, to have that clarity of mind, body, spirit, is that we need to also be in a love frequency. So to me, everything is vibration, frequency, and energy. And the one energy, emotion perhaps, that stops us from fully connecting is fear. And that will stop us every single time from having the clarity, from having some of those connections. And one of the things I'd like to share with people while we are there in doing some of the different teachings is how you can easily and effortlessly release one of your number one fears, to shift that mindset and to go home transformed and changed, having your path in front of you so you know what you were doing with the clarity, with the focus, and move forward in your life. And it's a skill that you can take not only through personal development, through professional development, but also one that you can take into, if leadership is a part of what it is that you do, into your leadership life. And I think that's also important as well, releasing the energy we're stuck in. And especially this whole last year, there's been a lot of fear. So it's time to let it go and to step into our own personal power to gain that infinite prosperity in all areas of our life, which includes prosperity, love, and happiness.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Lots of exciting things.
Yes.
Just going to be a lot of fun, and be prepared to make friends, build a community, be prepared to find a new sense of yourself, because that's one of the other things, is a renewal of creativity. and a renewal of a connection to your inner voice, that one
Mhm.
that guides us. Mine just happens to be a weed eater right now, and and so, but that's really kind of funny because when you really think about it, when we are listening to our inner voice, um, we hear it even when distractions are happening.
Yes.
We feel it because the inner voice doesn't is not always audible. Sometimes it throws things in front of you. It says, "Hey, this makes go this way," and because we're in flow with ourselves, and the synchronicities start coming in,
Mhm.
then we can really start. It's very easy for us to flow. So
Yes, absolutely. And the one thing I'm going to have to mention, I did write this on our little, like a list of things, is that amidst all of this, even though we're doing some hard work and transforming and doing all of these things and together as a group, it's also designed to have complete fun, laughter, and you never know, we might have to do some dance. Dancing is very therapeutic too. So it's about getting the energy moving, getting the body moving, and that sort of thing. But it's all about having fun along the way. And in the in having fun, I'm going to say and share with you, we might have a few pop in guest speakers being broadcasted with us to check in, to say hello, and to see how your retreat is going. So, Jeremy, do you want to share anything about any of our surprises?
yeah, well, one of our sponsors is the Los Angeles Tribune for this retreat, and both Donna and I have a good relationship with the Los Angeles Tribune, and I know for sure one very powerful international speaker that will be popping in to check on us is Dr. Natalie Forrest, and we're also keeping our fingers crossed that maybe Mo Rock might jump in and. A couple others, maybe. We'll see. But I'm pretty excited about them coming on because it will be definitely life changing. And these are prolific, speakers that have created change in a lot of other people, including themselves. So
Absolutely. And they have so much wisdom to impart and to share. I'm really kind of excited about some of that because it's like I'm like an absorbent sponge because I'm learning from them as well as they are learning from us. And I'm so incredibly thankful and thrilled to have the LA Tribune as one of our corporate sponsors.
yeah, so it's going to be a great time. So yeah, everybody check out. I'm going to put the website back up there, heartalchemyretreats.com. If you have any questions, definitely get with Donna or I. It's going to be November 8th through the 12th. This is not something you're going to want to miss. It's just going to be a very, very, that sounded very infomercial, but it's okay. It's it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I know you guys will really enjoy it. So,
I'm super excited. I can't wait. I'm ready to pack my bags. That's all I'm going to say.
anything else we want to say, or is that all? Is that
I'm
all?
good. Yes. I'm ready to go.
Everybody, I'm ready to go too. Definitely check everything out. If you have any questions, reach out to Donna and I. And everybody, peace and much love. Thank you.